Hey guys, welcome back to Release the Craftin. Priscilla here for hashtag Poevember 24, day 23. That's getting a bit tricky to say. The prompt for today is ruins, and I am doing another altered index card for today. And yeah, I am continuing the trend of doing these index cards. They're a theme we are carrying throughout, so I hope that you guys aren't getting bored. I'm having a lot of fun just keeping something relatively simple in the mix and trying new things and, flex my little collage muscles in different ways. And for this prompt, you guys, honestly, I didn't really know what to do. I had some ideas of things I could draw out, and then I was like, this is getting very complicated for the format that you have set up here. So then I started to think about other things that could be ruins. I started to think about a ruined graveyard, and also in context with the poem itself with the sleeper, which is essentially I explained it already, but I've kind of forgot what I said. Essentially, it's about somebody who died. And the aftermath of that, and them being by themselves in death, just resting in peace, essentially. So I started to think about that in this context, and I found this image in that beautiful death book I was talking about yesterday of what looks like a woman who's asleep. And so I thought, this is too perfect, we can't pass this one up. So I fussy cut this one out, and I added it to a background scene of a graveyard from another book, and just started to think about what would happen to a graveyard that's been left to get overgrown and essentially become its own ruins, and that was sort of the inspiration for this. So I placed those two together, our sleeper and the graveyard, and then I just started to grunge up this piece, first with ink, and then with more ink, but this time in stamp form. So now I'm just stamping out these grungy little borders to just add some visual interest, but also to break up the straight lines, I guess, or to add to the collage elements that I added in there with the music paper and stuff, since I've been using that as a theme all the way across, mostly because I just got that book of music paper. And then I decided that it needed some text, because once again I wanted to break up that background some more and sort of just interrupt it, because the background is very bright and sunny. It's a daytime photo of a graveyard, so I wanted to break that up. And then I'm just using some of these die cut ravens that I have to have them be the denizens of our ruins. The ravens have taken over the graveyard, and now that they're perching on all the graves and hanging out with our sleeper. So maybe she's not quite as alone in death as she may have been for quite some time without people coming there, because now her company are the ravens and stuff. So that's kind of the thought process, the story I put behind this card when I was thinking out what I would do for ravens, and I was thinking that they would take over this graveyard, this ruined graveyard, and it would be fantastic. And then I have this floral stamp that kind of reminds me a bit of Spanish moss, and so I decided I was going to emboss that over the top to show the overgrowth in our ruins, because nobody's maintaining the cemetery. So the moss is growing over everything and starting to take over. And I ended up using this watering can, Ranger. I can't even say the words anymore, guys. That's how much brain rot embalming has given me. This is embossing powder from Ranger in watering can, and I've had this in my stash for almost 10 years. Probably not 10 years, probably 6 or 7 years, but quite a while, because I thought it was going to be galvanized steel watering can, so it would be a little bit metallic. It is not a little bit metallic, it's actually flat gray. And I've never had a use for it until now. And then once I did this, I was like, I need to go back and emboss everything in watering can, because it is so perfect for this vibe. This flat matte, almost matte, gray color is super perfect. So yeah, I'm very happy with how it came out. I love the way that the moss looks on this, and I just generally very much enjoy how this card looks. I think it's pretty neat, and I think the ravens look great there up against our sleeper. And I just really enjoyed this. So yeah, that is everything I made for today. I hope that you guys are enjoying the challenge, that you come on back for hashtag Poevember 24, see what everybody else is making here on YouTube, as well as on Instagram. There's a lot of cool things, and I hope that you guys are enjoying it. I will catch you guys all next time. Happy crafting. I appreciate your faces. Goodbye.